Today we have to see access modifiers with packages. So we know packages concept, right? The same thing we have to see. So what is package? Collection of classes. What are access modifiers? Private, protected, public. What do you mean by private? So we have a class, like a package has different classes. Another package has different classes. What is the scope? If we declare a variable or class or method as private, it is limited to that class itself. So class we can't give, only variable or method you can say. So till that class only we can access. Now let's see that example, how it works. Let's say I'm having a package. I will create a package now, close all the things. It's a default package, there is no package, right? So what I will do, let's say I'm saying com dot quality matrix. What's the class? Demo. I'm saying public static void main is there. Now if I declare like private int, or I'll write another class, let's say test, private int equals to 10, void show system dot out dot println. Say is getting printed. If I declare that method also as private, what will happen? If I'm trying to access this, test equals new test t dot show, it's not accessible. Next, if I remove this as private, so this is default now. So what is default? It is limited to that class and other classes of same package. means multiple classes we can write and we can access it. Just now we have seen test and demo, right? So this is default. It is accessible in the demo also. Let's say t dot show. So what's the value you have here? 10. So what is default? It is limited to that class and other classes of same package. Let's create another package. Say what I have to do now? Test t equals to new test. Is it accessible? This is another package. So what it's saying, import test means one class which is present in another package. If you want to access, what we need to do, we need to import that package. Then we are able to access it. Next, t dot, the show is available? No. Why? What's the reason? Show is limited to that particular package itself. But if I give it as protected, what is protected now? It is limited same package and subclass of other packages. If it is subclass, then only it's allowed. Means what? Test has to extend, sorry, you can say demo or example has to extend test. Now, instead of creating the object for test, we need to create for example. Now the show is visible. If you access it, protected I have given, right? Now it's visible. If it is not protected, it's not visible. So what is protected? It is limited to same package and subclass of other packages. Next, what do you mean by public? It is accessed from anywhere. Any doubts in this? Anyone, any doubts?
No, sir.
Now, which is having the highest priority? Public. Which is having the least priority? Private. So this priorities also you have to remember. Public is having the highest priority and these are all having the least priority. Now, what is interface? The next concept is interface, because in interface we are using these things. In the last abstract class, we have seen abstract methods and concrete methods. Which methods we have to declare as abstract? How to decide which method is abstract and which method is concrete? On what basis we decide it?
In abstract, we don't have any implementation part. In concrete, we have
Yes, but
code implementation.
how we decide which has implementation, which doesn't have implementation?
For abstract, we'll write abstract before.
So the thing is, the abstract methods are the methods which has different implementation in the subclasses. If it is having different implementation, then we decide. Okay. So let's say abstract class vehicle. If this vehicle has all the abstract methods, consider void tire is there. Is it abstract? Yes, because it is different for different vehicles. Abstract void speed, different for different vehicles. Abstract void start. What are vehicles? Here, cycle is a vehicle. Car, bike, truck, bus, aeroplane, everything is a vehicle. So the start also will be different for different vehicles. So what we observe here, if we have cost, it is also abstract. If we have mileage, it is also abstract. This vehicle is a abstract class which contains only abstract method itself. There is no scope of concrete methods. So in this scenario, instead of going for abstract class, when it contains all the abstract methods, then we can go for interface. So what is the advantage of interface? By default, all the methods are public and abstract. Public because it's the highest priority. Okay. So abstract because there is no implementation. So void tire if I give, that's sufficient. Speed if I give, that is sufficient. Start, sufficient. So that is the implementation. So why we need interfaces? It's a pure abstract class. It is a pure abstract class, contains only abstract methods. Next, what is the next requirement? Why? What is the reason? If you see, In inheritance, we have seen one class extends another class. So what is the thing we have? If I have a class iPhone which contains a cost, the same way we have one more class known as Mac which also contains cost. So here Apple is a company which has these two things, iPhone and Mac, right? Which develops these things. So usually extends only one class it's possible. Multiple classes it's not possible. Reason, here if I create Apple object and call the cost, the machine will get confused whether to call the iPhone cost or the Mac cost. So this is known as ambiguity. What is ambiguity? If two superclasses have the same method, then subclass object cannot be used to differentiate it. So that's the reason, because of ambiguity, inheritance does not support multiple inheritance. This is multiple inheritance, multiple superclasses and one subclass, which is not possible in the class. But for interface, it's possible. So what is it? Interface supports multiple inheritance. That is the another thing. For abstract class, we were unable to create the object because there is no implementation bodies. And now interface is a pure abstract class. Means for interface also we cannot create object. For interface also we cannot create object, but we can create reference. That is the advantage or difference you can say. Next, what is the next thing we have? Here, a class must implement an interface. Usually a class extends another class, right? But if it's an interface, it implements. So we use this implements keyword instead of the extends for an interface. And interface methods are by default public, right? Then the class which overrides the interface methods must also be public. If a class implements interface methods, then all the methods, all the overridden methods also be declared as public. Means if I write an interface, that interface methods must be overridden in the subclass, and that class, whatever the overridden methods are there, must be declared as public. So let's see the example. If I have a abstract class car, we have two methods, void cost, which is abstract, mileage. The same way we'll have bike, we'll have truck, bus, all the things will have cost and mileage, right? Next, I have a subclass known as car, which extends, sorry, Audi, which extends car. So what we have to do, we need to override that methods, right? Cost and mileage. Next, the same way we do it for BMW. Next, what you can say, FZ bike. So here, the same way we have Apache bike. The thing is, here the abstract method cost, abstract method mileage are repeated in the bike, truck, bus, aeroplane, tractor, everywhere. So what I'll do, the same repetition I'll remove. Then interface. So instead of writing multiple abstract classes inside that, we are writing the cost and mileage, right? Here I'll write cost and mileage. Just what you have to do, this car implements vehicle. The same way bike implements vehicle. So what we write inside the car, usually what we write inside the car features. What we write in the bike features. If you see, wiper is a thing which is not available in the car, bike. And you can see stand, which is available in the bike, is not available in the car. So the things which are present inside the car, we write here. And the things which are present inside the bike, we write here. So that's the difference. So you can see a tree structure has been created, right? Here a vehicle is there. Vehicle has two things, abstract classes. Then again, two things for the car. If you want, you can have it more also. This is an assignment for you. You just have to create an interface. The points what I have said, you need to follow them, and based on that, create it. Any doubts?
Yes.
Next.
So now car and bike will be the subclass right now. So the interface vehicle will be the class.
Sorry, come again. Can you repeat the question? Hello. Mahesh. So here interface is a vehicle which implements car, bike implements vehicle. So it's an abstract class. If you want in the car also, you can write some abstract methods which are only for the car, bike also, and those things will be implemented in the subclasses. Now, how to write the variables inside the interface? That we have to see. Let's suppose I'll say class interface will so what we have, I'm writing an interface parent. So by default, the interface variables are public, static, and final. By default, the interface variables are public, static, and final. Next, here interface child also is there. Int age equals to 20. What I'm doing, I'm saying I want to have details which implements both parent comma child, which is not there inside the extends. Next, so I'm trying to show that particular things. System.out.println parent age is plus age, child age is age. But I'm getting an error here, right? What is the error? The field age is ambiguous because parent has age, child has age. How to solve this? By using this equation, we can solve it. Public, static, and final. What do you mean by public? What do you mean by static? And what do you mean by final? Public means what?
It can be accessed to anywhere.
Right. Static means what?
It can't.
Static means what? Final means what? Final means it cannot be changed.
Cannot be changed. Final.
Then what is static depends on? How to access static?
Class name or method name?
Class name. So how to access this here? Parent dot age, child dot age. So now if I run this thing, let's say create this details. We got the output because it's by default public, static, and final. That's the reason we are able to access using the thing. If I say I want to increment it, it's not allowing. The final field parent dot age cannot be assigned. So it's final. Parent I am able to access because it's static. Public means anywhere we can access it. Now, can an interface extend another interface? Yes, we can see that an interface can be extended by another interface. That is possible. So run this. Parent age is 54, child age is 22. So interface extends another interface. That's correct. Next, nested interface, is it possible? Let's say I'm removing this. What I have written here, interface inside another interface. So child cannot be used. Now what you have to use? Parent itself. So that is the thing. So nested interface is possible. Interface extends another interface is possible. But can a class extends? No, that is not possible. And can an interface implement another interface? If I just want to say implements, it's not possible. Understood? Any doubts? So here extends only is possible. Implements, interface implements another interface is not possible. So understood the task, right? The packages, access modifiers, and the interface. This one is very important. If you complete this, then tomorrow we'll see the exceptions concept. After that, collections, Java 8 features, and multi-threading. Then we'll be done with the core Java. Then we'll start the advanced concepts. Okay. So, any doubts in this session today?
No, sir.
Right. So complete the programs and submit. Tomorrow we'll see the next concept.